Jeff Lunde was elected to the Brooklyn Park mayor's seat 10 years ago in a special election following the death of former mayor Steve Lampe. He won 2 terms since then and is now winding down his final days in his leadership role. He prides himself on always being accessible to residents.
They could text me, they could call me, they could Facebook message me.
When he looks back on his tenure, Lunde says he's most proud of how the city has developed over time.
There was a lot of issues about community pride and people feeling like, they were embarrassed living in Brooklyn Park.
Lunde took office at the tail end of the housing crisis and says it was one of the most challenging issues he's faced as mayor.
We were hardest hit of any city in Minnesota proportionally, the foreclosure crisis.
The top elected official says the city's now different. Brooklyn Park is growing. Major companies have moved their headquarters to the city, and more people choose to call Brooklyn Park home.
People are proud to live in Brooklyn Park. There's businesses coming there. Families living here. And so I think there's a different sense of who we are.
Police reform was also a top priority for Mayor Lunde, especially this summer after George Floyd died in the custody of Minneapolis police. Several community engagement events were held, but Lunde admits they weren't as successful as he would have liked.
We had lots of people come and get engaged, except for African American. We had immigrant communities, we had white, but we didn't get the key demographic.
Brooklyn Park recently hired the Wilder Research Group to study the police department and how the city could better improve relationships between law enforcement and residents of color. Lunde says it's important to address this issue with the city's large, diverse population.
20% of our city is foreign-born.
Lunde says although he will still represent Brooklyn Park residents in his new role as Hennepin County Commissioner for District 1, he will miss that day-to-day contact.
The county government is so much bigger and some of that stuff, you're just not engaged in people's lives directly because it's so much indirect.
Lunde will be sworn in as Hennepin County Commissioner in January. Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.